Is it cold enough for you?
Temperatures minus 25. Um, that's cold. I haven't gone outside for 2 days.
Oh yeah, it's something else. I haven't felt it like this in a while.
Yeah, I cannot. Usually I like to go out for a walk, 30
Hmm.
minutes, but this temperature, no.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. If I haven't felt it like this since back in the day.
Back in the day, you know what?
Like when we were
Yeah,
wearing snow pants, when
right.
we had.
I was just gonna say, back in the day, we probably didn't even really notice how cold it was because we used to wear those things as
Yeah,
growing up.
hmm
But I don't
but
know,
not.
like the older you get.
It's like the more sensitive you become.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I I feel that like it's the more I'm sensitive to like extremes. And this is an extreme.
Yeah. But like we were born here, so we should be used to it. That's what people say.
Hmm. That's what
Um,
people say.
yeah, no. I will never get used to this cold weather. Never. Never. But we were also talking about our being in the right environment and our bodies
Hmm.
knowing exactly where we want to be.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I think um something remember I remember I was watching this video of this lady talking about um the crystallization in our red blood cells and how
Hmm.
she took samples of her emotions and what she took samples of her red blood cells, and
Hmm.
how she was feeling with different emotions, and then she noticed that the red blood cells would either like spike or have like this crystallization around them
Mm.
for different emotions. So when she was happy, it had a crystallization. When she was angry, different, either it did or didn't crystallize or did something else.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
so I think when we are in different places, our blood cells, or like our body tells us what
Hmm.
it prefers or remembers or knows.
Remembers. Yeah. Remembers.
So I
Knows.
think just being here, like we're born here, but I don't think um like we already know we're not supposed to be in this climate anyway.
Yes. Yes.
Um so I think I'll never get used to this cold weather. I,
I feel the same. I feel the same way. And and that whole crystallization thing, it sounds a lot like Dr. Emoto. Remember
mm-hmm.
Dr. Emoto?
Dr.
Yeah.
Emoto with the water experiment.
With the
Yeah.
water experiment. So it's
Yeah.
like I believe it. Our
Yeah.
bodies know. It knows.
They certainly do.
Hmm.
Listen to your
It's
body.
like we contract. I feel like I contract in this type of environment and weather, and then like when I go to the equator, it's like I expand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like you come
Hmm.
alive. You feel it.
Yeah,
You feel the
yeah.
changes happening within you. And
Hmm.
you start to feel a lot more vibrant.
You feel good. You also detox at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. And it
Whereas
happens
here,
immediately. You notice when you get off the plane, you
yeah.
immediately feel those changes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
it's like immediately start to detox. Here you hold on to toxins, and there you release. Well, I
Mm-hmm.
guess for certain people, maybe not everybody, but certain people, it happens. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
I actually noticed it when I was younger, and I went to Jamaica, and I noticed that when I came home from Jamaica, my hair had grown like a full, like almost an inch. I was like, what? Like I had
Mm-hmm.
new growth, and my nails, everything, and my
Mm-hmm.
skin just looked so vibrant. So I knew from a long time. We know this. We know these things,
That's
you know.
interesting. So that's your natural habitat, your natural
Mhm.
place.
Mhm.
It's interesting because yeah, w- for melanated people,
Mhm.
this is the truth.
The truth.
This is the truth. We become vitamin D deficient out
Deficient. Yeah.
away from you start to see it in your skin, your hair,
Mhm. Mhm.
your overall health, quality of health. Um, but the moment you go into that environment, it's like, like when the water starts to flow through the river again and it starts to
Yeah.
produce life again.
Life. Yeah.
Like a dry river when you're outside of your natural environment and then you go into it. It's like it's amazing. I don't know. I don't know
Mhm.
how to really describe that. Eh, But
And
yeah.
I think we compromise that. Like we sacrifice that. It's like a sacrifice kind of when you're away from what is helping and helping you
Mm-hmm.
feel your best,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Is it a
It's
mindset? Do you think it's a mindset or like a conditioned mindset from living in Western society for so long?
I think it is. I think it's conditioned because sometimes you're here, you don't even know why you're here so long, but you're here because this is where you were born, you just here. But I think it's a conditioning. It's wild because it's like, I think we seem to think that we can gain more in
Mm-hmm.
this environment, but then we end up losing so much. It's
Yeah.
just like it's a choice. It's a choice. And then it's a choice that you have to deal with the consequence of, like all of them.
I know, right? What if one day you woke up and you just decided, screw it, I'm done. Pack
Mhm.
up everything, sell everything that you have, and just go live healthy,
Mhm.
happy.
Yeah.
Don't have to deal with these weather conditions. Also,
Mhm.
your I don't know. What if one day you just woke up and you were like, I don't want this no more.
I know. I think again, it's a choice. It may be a good choice, but it may not be easy, but it's a choice. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you might feel a lot more healthier, and but your life is just going to change, so things will be different.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I think it's just all about choices, eh? Because it's like you could stay and battle it out, or you
Mm-hmm.
can
Is it fear?
make a choice. Oh, yeah. I think a lot of it is fear.
Yeah.
A lot of it is fear.
Because you don't know what to expect.
No.
Well, you wouldn't know what to expect.
Mm-mm.
you've lived one way for so long, and then to just all of a sudden say, I'm gonna live this new version or this new way in a completely different environment, society,
Yeah,
different rules.
it's scary. It's scary, but
Mm,
after a while, I think after a while, your body gives you enough signals.
mm-hmm,
Now it's up to you to listen to those
mm-hmm,
signals,
mm-hmm.
because although over here things may be a certain way, it's also it does affect our bodies.
Yeah,
It does affect us. So it's like it's just it all goes back to what you really want for yourself,
yeah,
really,
yeah.
truly.
And I think, I don't know, but yeah, like what if, I mean, somehow you're gonna survive. You have to survive somehow. So even if you decided today, screw it, this isn't working for me no more, I'm gonna live where I want to. Somehow, when you get there, you've got to figure out how you're gonna survive. And I think we're innovative enough to come up with a way to survive somehow. I mean, it has to. It has to. Eventually, it's going to work out. It's just that initial fear, I think, that holds us back from really just going for it. Because you don't know what to expect, but you'll never know unless you do it, right?
Yeah, you have to take that step. You have to take the step.
It's about risk. Our parents risked it. Coming
Yeah, they did. They actually did take big risks coming from the islands to come here.
Yeah.
You know, it's not easy.
Nope. No, definitely. I can imagine it with not being easy.
If winter was a 1 month, maybe 2 months, 1.5 months, it wouldn't be bad. I think it's just a little bit too long. It almost feels like most of the year, and that's not a good feeling, you know? Because you know what warmth does? I find warm air and breeze, trees, it lifts people's spirit. So people are in a more happier mood. You know, you feel a lot more relaxed. You know, you get so much vitamin D that sometimes you can just take a nap.
Yeah.
You feel so relaxed.
Do you think that the frequency that people give off changes the elements in the environment, nature?
Oh yeah, I definitely do. I do. I think everything is about frequency, actually. Everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, if people are in that good mood, people are like, they want to share, they want to be around each other, they're smiling, they're inviting. The whole environment, the animals, everything, the trees, everything, all join into it. And it makes a huge difference. You can see it.
Yeah. I don't know. I just had a thought. What if?
It does. I remember going to visit a small, like a tiny island. And I remember how nice I felt on that island.
Mm-hmm.
It was like an untouched island, and it was the water was crystal clear, and I had never seen that before.
Mm.
Crystal clear. The beach was clean and nice, and the sun, the trees. There was these trees that looked almost like a pine looking trees that gave shade, and I remember feeling like I got drugged. I
Yeah.
got scared. I got scared. I almost took one of the boats back because I was scared.
Yeah.
Because of how my body felt. My body felt so
Wow.
light, and I felt like I
Wow.
wanted to fall asleep.
Wow.
And I had
Mm.
never felt that feeling before, and that's sad.
Wow.
You know, because just the elements, the elements around me, the
Yeah.
sun. I'd never had that before, and I could have knocked out falling asleep.
Wow.
That it scared me because I'm like, no, what? Something must be wrong with me.
So it's
That's
like
when I realized.
no, I was thinking it's almost like it puts your body in a certain kind of shock.
Yeah,
It's so much at one time that your body is
yeah.
not used to.
I wasn't used to it.
Wow. That's actually amazing.
It's the fact that it scared me. That's what was kind of
Mm-hmm.
sad after a while. I was thinking about like I I I basically left the island early because I felt scared that I might fall like pass out.
Wow.
And I left it early. And when I got back to the mainland, I felt ridiculous because it turned out it was just the elements. It was just I had never felt that relaxed in my body and mind before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just important, man. It's important.
Yeah, very. I realize that now how much I actually need to travel to these places more often.
More often.